Hi guys, I'm back. Right now I'm just kind of talking about the things I'm going through, like, and how God is helping me through it. Jesus, I wouldn't be able to make it through when some of the stuff I'm going through unless I had Jesus, which I have. And I was saying I'm a drug addict and an alcoholic, and I'm bulimic and anorexic, and so I've been sober for like 2 months. I started drugs usage when I was like 13, drinking when I was 14. This last bout of drug addiction, I've almost died a few times. I've had to ask God to help me when I was in that situation, because as much as I kind of wanted to die, so I was just absolutely miserable, but it wasn't God's will, and I'm really afraid to just die when I haven't really given life a try. By using drugs and things like that, that's not giving life a try. That's not living life. And I'm kind of up for the challenge of living life and getting through all these emotions and feelings that I have that I hate. Like today, I'll say I felt like crap all day. Like I'm in pain. I have absolutely no energy. I've been in bed all day, and I'm like wondering if I'm gonna die. Seriously, I'm like, am I just gonna die? And I'm totally at a loss at, what the hell to do to make me feel better. The only thing I can do really is pray to God that He helps me, and that's all I can do. I have to make myself go to a meeting tonight. It's like an AA meeting, and I'm afraid I'm gonna pass out. At the same time, I'm just fighting passing out, because I just don't want to have a day where all I do is sleep. Where I used to like that before, but not now. I feel like some sort of an invalid. I know I bring it upon myself. I don't have enough. I smoke cigarettes, and I don't have enough oxygen going to my head because of my neck and back all screwed up because I've been throwing up, so it's throwing me out of balance. Yep, I've got myself to blame. I've always got myself to blame. I got myself to blame for doing drugs, and for, not, when I was a kid, of course, from what I was raised with the Catholics, then, you could see how that turned me off. Made me rebellious. Of course, that rebellious nature that I have does not help me out at all. I was rebelling against the system, with the system in school. I was always a suspended person. I was not the popular kid. I was pretty much the one that just cast myself away. I just looked away. I took to telling myself I hated people, and just pretty much closing myself off. Like even to this day, I don't have friends. To me, it's like too much. It's too much for me. And I don't have, boyfriends either, and it's just too much for me. I just want to do what God wants me to do in life. I could tell you, like, the best thing in life for me really is the fact that I know one day I'm going to die. And that I really believe that one day, because I don't believe that I have ever gone to heaven. I don't believe that, I don't believe this is my first time on earth. I think that they use the term reincarnation. I don't know what to call it, but I am me. And I do not think I ever went to heaven. I don't think that time is here yet, because I think that when that happens, that's when you're gonna go to either heaven or hell, and God's giving people lots of chances. I know I'm skipping around on subjects. What I'm talking about now today is that, today is definitely the end times. Jesus Christ is coming back, and you don't have to believe it, and I wish you would. I wish you wouldn't use that excuse, they told us that in yada yada yada. So I don't think that's happening. In about 2012, I'm not even worried about that. That's just funny. You guys will see. People think it's the truth of the matter is that in reality, in truth, nothing really. Nothing. When something is dead, when something dies, it changes. Energy changes form. It changes form, and that's the truth. So if if I could only explain to you that the world is going to change form, that people's consciousnesses are going to be raised, you're going to be held accountable for, because you're going to know that Jesus Christ came, and you're also going to know that there's this New Age religion. And you're going to be presented with a choice, because you're going to know, about choosing Jesus. Just at least the choosing Jesus is saying, Jesus, if you exist, then please show yourself to me. But if you're not willing to do that, man, you're never going to see anything. The only thing you're going to see is what you want to see. The devil's selling the lie that believe in me and you're going to get power, fortune, and fame. But, that doesn't mean anything. What does it mean? What good is having power, fortune, and fame if you lose your soul, if you become damned? I mean, miserable, separated from God. I know that when we're in that kind of place, we tell ourselves, we don't care if we don't exist ever again. We don't. We think that death is a way out. But you haven't thought it through. If God was to tell you that right now, if you asked Him, hey God, I want you to wipe me out of existence completely. And God was there, and He was like, yes, I can do that. I mean, looking at it that way, don't you? For me, I think, wow, God wiped me out of existence right now. What does it mean to be wiped out of existence? I mean, totally not exist. You don't turn into a plant. You don't turn into anything. You just go right back into God, and you don't exist, man. You're never gonna breathe, feel, think. You're not gonna be consciously resting in God's bosom. No, you will not exist. I thought about that. I said to myself, fuck that. I'm sorry for the language. I mean, although I might feel pains and stuff and have to go through things, I have always existed since the time I can remember. It was nice to be able to say, wow, I'm alive. If you don't exist, you can't even say, wow, I'm not alive. You don't know. And to think that I've been on Earth this long, learning all kinds of stuff or not learning, and I don't want to exist. I mean, what I'm going through here on life isn't really that bad, because if you thinking about what I'm working towards, which is living eternally in peace, joy, and happiness, being able to reign with Jesus, and the other, and all of you guys too, if you desire it, having a new body that can fly and all this stuff, and live like that forever, that would be so great. It's the stuff I dream about. I'm always dreaming about flying and things like that. And I'm very open-minded, I'm so open-minded it's gotten me into trouble. All I know is I can tell you I've seen Jesus personally. I have had an out-of-body experience. And I did see Jesus, really. And I touched Him. I was able to see my body that was down there. It was when I got put out and they were working on my teeth. I was able to see them from where I was at. Why am I telling this? Because maybe somebody will listen to it and say, well, that's interesting. Here's a girl here who is obviously not feeling well, doesn't look too well, and she's talking about Jesus. I mean, I gotta say something. Anybody that's bulimic and anorexic, alcoholic addict down there, man, I know how you feel. Alright, peace.